Hello, this is Dr. Larry Benz, Associate Professor of Science Education at the Ontario Institute for Studies in Education of the University of Toronto. In this video, I briefly explain why I think science and technology education must educate students so that they can develop and take informed actions to overcome personal, social, and environmental harms that have been linked to science and technology. I also provide a short introduction to the STEPWISE framework that teachers can use to educate students to become more critical and active citizens. Our earthly world looks pretty nice from space. But when you look more closely, you may conclude that the Earth is in trouble. The Alliance of World Scientists has recently warned humanity that some of these harms, like those from climate change, are existential, posing severe threats to human survival and well-being of most other living and non-living things on Earth. Many of these harms seem to be related to certain two-way relationships among science and technology and societies and environments, or what we call STSE. Fast foods like hamburgers, fries, and soft drinks are said, for example, to contribute to diseases like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease, which overall seem to be caused by companies that put profit above human health. But there are myriad other problems, more of which are shown here. While much of the world is experiencing many personal, social, and environmental problems, a very small number of people and groups are getting much richer. Oxfam, an international aid agency, suggested in January 2020, for example, that about 2,200 billionaires had the same total wealth as the roughly 4.6 billion people that make up half the world's population. Although many individuals and groups, including governments, have made strong efforts to overcome harms like those I have described and more, many of these problems continue. It makes you think there is some sort of hidden force preventing people from solving many of the world's problems. Perhaps this mysterious force is in the form of a Borg, that is, a giant network of living and non-living things that can absorb everything in its path and make them behave as it wishes. Although most living and non-living things on Earth seem connected to each other in a giant network or Borg, much research suggests that it is largely held together by capitalists, such as financiers and corporations, but also by transnational organizations like the World Bank, the World Trade Organization, and the International Monetary Fund. Such pro-capitalist individuals and groups appear to be so powerful that they have orchestrated goals and procedures of such key entities as fields of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, or what is commonly referred to as STEM, and their educational counterparts, to help them accumulate profit despite harms this may be causing around the world. Because many governments have struggled to oppose the capitalist Borg and eliminate many harms linked to science and technology, more citizens must become much more civically active. We suggest that science and technology educators need to educate students so that they are eventually able, as shown here left to right on the bottom, to self-direct secondary, for example internet searches, and primary, such as surveys, research to learn more about possible harms in the world. And then, using their education and research, develop and carry out actions, for example educational pamphlets, to possibly improve the world, as indicated here on the upper side, right to left. We call these RiNA projects, that is, research-informed and negotiated action projects. Unfortunately, for several reasons, many students struggle to develop and carry out very effective RiNA projects. So, we have developed the STEPWISE teaching and learning framework, shown here on the left, which teachers have used to develop lessons and student activities that our research has shown to help students to develop knowledge, skills, confidence, motivations, etc., enabling them to self-direct RiNA projects like that shown in the video at right, which I will now show.
Hey, tell me about this.
Okay, so this is a diorama that was developed by one of the groups who studied shampoos for their research informed action project in chemistry. So what this group did, which was really interesting, was they took a shampoo bottle, right? And then they, on the outside, they put these little statements. So all the positive things about the shampoo. So hydrates your hair, healthy glow. They even actually read some of the claims, and I just want to mention one claim because in our discussion around this, they thought this was interesting. On the back it says, "Drink on me. Let this rich conditioner indulge you from root to tip, moving moisture through your hair to quench parched strands. It's a sip of satisfaction." So the kids thought how interesting this claim was. That one of the girls said, "We're not going to drink this." It makes it seem as though we're going to drink this. So what they thought what they would do as part of their action, which we're going to split this in the library, is on the outside they want to put things, again, these claims, overly positive claims about the shampoo, and then they cut it up, and when you open it up, right, what you do not see are some of the negative claims, some of the things that are often hidden away from us. So things like it may dry your hair, some things in it are toxic, rashes, it can be, you can cause rashes and skin irritant, eliminates natural oils. So they said these are the things we don't see. They developed little models of molecules, right? Which then they had a little legend on their poster. So this goes together, right? So a little, I guess, I don't know, see what the yellow here is. This yellow molecule here is the polyethylene glycol, and they wrote a little bit about what polyethylene glycol does. So it strips hair of natural moisture. It contains 1,4-dioxane, a chemical that can cause liver and kidney damage. So, and I thought this was a really neat idea how they developed this. So, right, and there's the big mind map there. So the whole requirement was to actually try to unpack all those different components, living and non-living, that all kind of interact together to make a shampoo. Right?
To learn more about STEPWISE, refer to the website www.stepwiser.ca, where you can also access many resources related to this project. And there are others that are linked in the description under this video. Thank you very much. And if you're interested in STEPWISE, there's also an article that I prepared for teachers that you can get access to through the tiny URL link shown there. And also, if you have any questions or suggestions about this project, or would like to become involved in our work and research, my email address is there, and you're certainly encouraged to send me a message about that. All the best.